It will keep your mind alert and on track. Turn your focus away from the sights and sounds around you for a moment, and instead turn your attention to what's happening inside your mind. Spend the next few minutes just watching your thoughts. Whatever you see, keep watching it with curiosity, and more importantly, watch it with kindness. Gazing into your mind is a little like gazing into a pond. At first, you only see the surface. If you keep gazing, you see fish swimming below. So it is with your mind. If you keep gazing into it, you will start to see what's happening there. The thoughts that are circulating will gradually come into focus. As you watch, you may notice your attention drifting in and out. One moment you're observing your thoughts, and the next you're caught up in them again, swept along by a train of thinking. No matter, just bring your attention back again. It's normal for your attention to drift in and out, so don't chastise yourself when that happens. So for the next few moments, talk to your mind in a really soft and loving voice. Repeat slowly 2 or 3 times. I accept all that I see in my mind without any judgment. I am the observer now, the kind, loving observer. Speak to your mind in this way, but in a manner that works for you, that's natural for you. Try this out now for a few minutes. Observing, accepting what you see, with kindness.
Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another evening of Wednesday Wellness. I know we didn't meet last Wednesday, and here we are. We have come to upstate New York in Peace Village Learning and Retreat Center, which is our retreat place. It's in 300 acres of land, a beautiful, peaceful, silent space. And we have come here for a retreat to be in solitude and to accumulate a lot of blessings through seva. So I was thinking that what do we talk about today? And maybe we can touch base on, since we were talking about what is life. And I think we did like part 4 and part 5, I guess. And we talked about karmic accounts. So let's look at, when we talk about karmic accounts, it's between, not just between soul to soul, but a karmic account can also be with a place, right? So like some of us are here together. Do you think this is our karma to be together here on this date today at this time? It's a collective karmic account, right? We are together for a reason. Now we also have karma with the place because now we are together in this place. How many of us have left, India and have come to the US for studies, and we thought that, okay, I will go back, but then we end up staying here? Or how many of us in India, we move around different places, and that's karmic account with land, no? It's because I have to, probably the land has to offer me something and I have to offer back to that land, right? I also think about, my dad. Um, he moved, or he was born in Lahore. He moved to Delhi and then he moved to Mumbai, and he was in Bombay for the longest time. And he had a major heart attack. He had a surgery of a pacemaker in Mumbai, in Bombay. But in 1994, he had a little swelling in his leg and there was a little, like a wound. And he chose to go to Delhi for that surgery, in spite of the best hospitals in Bombay. But he still said, no, I want to go to Delhi. The surgery happened in Delhi. And after a few days, 2 days after the surgery, he left. What is the calling for the soul? The land calls. The land will call. The soul had to leave the body at that particular place. So our karma with land. Do we think that we also have karma with nature? With water, we've been told while growing up, don't waste water, don't waste food. Didn't we hear that? Why? Karma. It's karma. I have seen people who wasted a lot of food and they didn't realize that, they were wasting food. Every meal, they would leave something in their plate. It was just a habit. Even if it was just little bit, it was just a sanskar, a habit of leaving some leftover in the plate. And you know what I observed? When they left body, just before they were leaving body, there was a time where they couldn't eat. They wanted to eat, but they couldn't eat. It's karma, karmic account. So karma or karmic account comes to us in different ways for us to, learn, for us to understand, for us to grow, for us to reflect. Why am I doing this, or should I even be doing this? If we look at our lives, how much of our thoughts, the energy of thoughts, the energy of time, the energy of our breath, the energy of relationships, the energy of, our connections, how much of all these energies do we take for granted? How much of this do we take for granted? How much of these energies we waste? We don't even think about it. Time. How much time we waste? I had no idea about these YouTube shorts thing, right? And I didn't even know that you can swipe through and you can keep watching these shorts. And you just keep watching these and you see that you are trapped in that for like such a long time, and you don't even realize that, oh, so much time was just spent watching this. And I just turned off everything on my phone. No more shots. Because our time is so valuable. I can't be just going through all these different, travel shots, and people are creating so much content now. And who would have thought that the attention span of a human being would only be 30 seconds to 60 seconds? What are these shots? They are 30 seconds to 60 seconds of a video. And our attention span is of 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Who would have thought that we will come down to this, right? So really to check what karma am I creating with time? Because when I will need time, time will say you wasted me too much. I don't have anything to give you now. And then there are regrets. Karma with water, with elements. Do we waste water? Do we take long, long showers? Or when we brush our teeth, we keep the tap on, full speed. We keep the tap on and do our little things. Waste of water. And when I will need water, the element will be like, did you respect me? Did you respect me? Did you value me when I was there for you? The air that we are breathing, do we value? One of very powerful meditations is gratitude towards the elements. Every day, it won't take long, just a few minutes of sitting and thanking every element. Thank you for providing me. Thank you, air, because I'm breathing. Thank you, water. Thank you, fire. Thanking the elements. Gratitude. And then comes the big karmic account where we are holding on to things of the past. We are holding on and it becomes hard to forgive. Is that a karmic account too? Where I'm not able to forgive. What is forgiveness? You know, we've heard these terms, forget and forgive, or forgive and forget. Is it very easy? Is it easy to forgive? Is it easy to forgive? Actually, no. It's difficult. And it actually depends on the amount of pain that I have taken from that particular person or the situation. If it's something, simple, then we can forgive. But it depends on how long I've been holding on to that feeling caused by that person or the feeling that I'm holding on and I'm not able to let go and forgive. I had read, I think it's Nelson Mandela's quote, that not forgiving is like drinking poison and thinking that the other person dies. But I am drinking that poison. When I don't forgive, it's like poison that I am having. But in my mind, I'm thinking the other person will. So not letting go and not forgiving is a bondage that I'm tying myself into by choice. By choice. We can't say that, no, I just cannot forgive. It's a choice. We can. And you know what is needed to forgive? Love. Love is needed. If I have love inside me, I can truly forgive. I might not forget, and that's okay. Because if I have forgiven, what have I forgiven? I have forgiven the other. Before that, I have forgiven myself for holding on to those feelings for such a long time. And when I forgive, I'm letting go of all this trapped feelings and emotions, and I'm setting myself free. And when I set myself free, even if I remember the same thoughts again, I will not create the same emotions again because I know what is free. Do you get it? So I am forgiving myself of the trapped, I'm letting go of myself of the trapped feelings and emotions that I have held on to for such a long period of time. With kids in school, you might have someone who is mean to you or someone who bullies you, and you come back home crying and you're like, I don't know if I can ever forgive this person. I don't want to forgive them because we feel that forgiveness is a sign of weakness. But actually, forgiving is strength. It's power. It's power to forgive. Who becomes a bigger person? When I forgive, I become the bigger person. So, do we want to become a bigger person? Or do I just want to torture myself with holding on to those feelings? And when I go in front of them, in my mind, I'm not forgiving you because you're so mean to me. You've always been like this to me. Let me become the bigger person. Let me forgive. And the only way to forgive is pure, unconditional love. And where will this love come from? Do we have that much love? What happens to our love? You know what happens to our love? It gets mixed, right? It gets mixed. Even if, okay, for example, um, say you are best friends and you've been friends since childhood. So in this friendship, there is love, of course, right? There is love in friendship. Now, because there's love, now there's some kind of a misunderstanding in this friendship. And because of that misunderstanding, each one of you starts feeling that, I can't forgive you for what you did. You hurt me or you betrayed me, and I can't forgive you. Now, what happened to the love that was there? The love just disappeared. And now there is this feeling of probably hatred, feeling of disappointment, feeling of rejection, feeling of, you know, losing trust, not being loved, right? All of these feelings have taken over now. And that love is gone. So even if there is love in the soul, it's not able to express because of the burden of all these. That's why the only way love can express is when I have true non judgmental love, which is soul to soul love. Only then I will not be, my love for you will not change because of the burden or the feelings of these emotions. These emotions will not be able to suppress the love that I have for you. I was having a conversation with someone this evening, and there were some misunderstandings. And, you know, even though we tried to explain to her, so many things, and I was trying, but she just couldn't get it. And there was a point where she just went on and on. She just couldn't get it. She It was different. And for me, I was wondering what happened to this person. She's not even herself. And as much as you're trying to explain something, they just don't get it. And after some time, they realize that, oh, maybe, I could have done things differently, or maybe things could have been different. At that time, we don't even think, we become the ego. The ego blinds us so much that we don't even discern of what is right, what is wrong, what is good for me, what is not. Because now I'm functioning from ego. I have even forgotten who I truly am. I even forget who the other person truly is. A soul, being of light, being of love. God's child, God's child. I forget all of that because my ego has blinded me. But something interesting she shared. She said, sister, like even after all that, I always had good wishes for you. And I said, yeah, likewise, like even I always had good wishes for you. And when you look back, I think it was meant to be, right? I mean, we can't go back and change, but probably something to learn out of it. And what I learned out of that situation, I remember what I learned out of that situation was how the intellect just shuts off completely. It's as if we become, it's as if some other energy has taken power over us. It's the energy of that ego. It's the energy of that, that it's negative, right? So it's that energy that has actually just overpowered the intellect, overpowered me, where I'm not able to discern at all. I let go of friendship. I let go of all the attainments that I had with that relationship. I let go of the love that we exchanged with each other because I became subservient to this ego that I am right. The ego, how can I be treated this way? The ego of I and mine. And you know where all of this starts? It starts on the thought level. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens when there is a lot of negligence from our end towards the waste thoughts that came, and I neglected. They kept coming, I neglected. Now they come as a huge form, as force. Now I'm too weak to handle it. It's huge force. And even if I'm trying to sit in meditation, I will not be able to because the force is so much. It's very powerful. I will not be able to connect to God because God's energy is the purest form, the purest energy. And when I have mixture inside, when I am holding on to some kind of negative feelings and emotions, how can I connect to the purest form of God's energy? I will not be able to. And you know what happens? We sit in meditation, but I'm thinking about the same person. I'm I feel that I'm talking to God, but I'm actually just recreating the same thoughts, feelings over and over again. So what is actually happening? It's just a reinforcement of that feeling that's happening. So, we one practice we do is during the end of the day, and I think we've discussed this, that end of the day, just reflect on your day. And in your meditation, just share everything that happened. And then full stop. Don't go back to the same thoughts and feelings again. Once I give it to the Supreme, once I give it to Baba, to God, I don't take it back. So don't create these thoughts and feelings again, because then I'm growing that inside of me. And in no time will I see that it's becoming a great force. One of our very close family members is in the hospital, got severe pneumonia. And the first thing the doctor said, it's not an overnight thing. It's not overnight. The severity of pneumonia is not overnight. That means it was neglected. It was neglected over a long period of time, which came as this pneumonia. And now the hospital, you're suffering more, you're settling the karma, you're suffering, you're in the hospital, the family is going, right? So now think about it. Because of my negligence, what am I creating? Something that could be taken care of in a small way has now taken a big form. And now I have to settle the big form because of negligence. Do you understand? So if I am getting the same thought about someone again and again, if I'm not able to forgive someone, I'm not able to let go of a certain feeling, emotion with someone, about someone, don't neglect it. Either talk to someone, get some help. There are ways that I can handle this. And remember, the first seed is thought. It starts at the thought level. And slowly, one thought, 5 thoughts, 10 thoughts, 20 thoughts, 50, 100, it's building. And in my mind now, I have created a whole scene, a whole story, and reasons for not forgiving and not letting go. So now, how do I emerge this love in me? And we know the method. It's connecting to the ocean of love, God's energy, God's power of love. The song Power of Love, if you've heard it, the line in the song is, sometimes I'm frightened, but I'm ready to learn the power of love. Sometimes we are afraid to learn or to even show love because we feel we'll be taken for granted, we'll be taken for a ride. We are afraid to even to actually explore the power of love. The power of love that each one of us has in us, within us. The power of love that each one of us, is entitled to receive from God. The power of love that each one of us can share with the other. We have that in us. So don't ignore the power of love. Use it. The more love I have, the more compassion I will have, the more I'll be able to forgive you, because now my love for you supersedes everything or anything that you have done for me. But this love is not the love of the relationship that I share with you, but this love is the love of soul to soul. From one God's child to another God's child. And this power of love can help me forgive, can help me clean and clear these blockages that are within me. the blockages of certain trapped emotions and feelings. One of the biggest things that we see is, nowadays doctors talk about so many of our illnesses are psychosomatic. That means they are all connected to our thoughts and feelings. It's all our trapped emotions, the pains in the body, even as big as cancer. Sometimes we hide behind this mask, and in this mask, I feel that, oh, I am sharing so much love. I am love. I am giving love. But really, am I giving love? Or is that just a temporary love or a fake love or, just to a feel good love where I can just tell that, I love. It's a feel good love. Right? They say that the illness of the heart, right? Diseases of the heart, the blockages in the heart, it's all these trapped emotions of love not flowing. The heart is connected to love, right? And if I have blockages in the arteries of the heart, I have heart attacks, cardiac, what there are so many things of the heart. The love is not flowing. It's trapped love, trapped emotions. So love, let love flow. Let love flow through you. Let God's love flow. And that's the only way we'll be able to forgive and move on. And even if the person comes in front of me, not forgetting is actually good because now I know what not to do. I can forgive, but even if I don't forget, it's okay because the lesson learned is I know what not to do. If I forget, I can make the same mistake again. So it's fine if I'm not able to forget. But forgiveness is big because I'm forgiving, though I'm forgiving and letting go of the trapped emotions within the soul. So, should we do a meditation on forgiveness, letting go, and forgiveness? So, sit very comfortably and starting from your feet, let go of the awareness of the feet. Moving upwards, I let go of all tensions in my leg. Moving upwards, I let go of any tensions in my back, my shoulders, my hands, my neck, my face, and my forehead. I let go of the awareness of this body. I release myself from any pull of this body. And one by one, I let go of all the identity that I think I am. I let go of my name. I have no name. I let go of my gender. I let go of my role, my title, letting go of my nationality, my religion. My only religion is of love and peace. Who am I? I have no name, no body, no gender, no religion, no nationality, no title, no role. Who am I? I continue to exist. I, the soul, the living energy, the eternal energy. I am eternal, beyond time. I, the soul, who do I belong to when I have no body? I have no relationships. I let go of all the relationships because all the relationships that I know of are of this body. Having let go of all the relationships, who do I truly belong to? The only relationship is with God. I, the sole point of light, am God's child, my only true relationship. And think of everyone around you as points of light. Everyone around you as child of God, irrespective of the part that they are playing, irrespective of their gender, their preferences, their roles. Each one is God's child. We all belong to one godly family. God, the ocean of love and forgiveness, doesn't discriminate between any soul, then who am I to discriminate? Who am I to judge? I belong to God, and God belongs to me. I feel God's light filling me with love, with pure, unconditional love. With this power of love, I'm able to forgive and let go. All trapped emotions, all trapped feelings of the other. I set myself free, and I set the other free. Om Shanti. Om, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So just let love flow through you. Don't stop love. God's love. Let it fill you. Let it flow through you and forgive everyone. Live a life of gratitude. Live a life of love. All right. So Om Shanti. Have a good evening and good day for those joining from India. I'll see you next week. Om Shanti. Good night.
Om Shanti, sister.